Welcome back. We've been talking about the different dimensions of project management. Now we're on to a very important topic, cost management. What would you do on a project if you didn't have the budget? This is where we put the budget together. So let's take a quick look together. Cost management, dimension 4, is all about the ability to determine a truthful and accurate project budget. So determining of the budget could be done in a variety of ways. You could think about the budget which is thrown to you by management. This is what we have to get the project done. Or you could think about it in terms of management saying, how much do we need? When management gives you money and says, that's what we've got, typically they've done some groundwork. Or should I say some other department, not you, the project manager, has done some work and has come up with these estimates and budgets. Well, it's in this area of knowledge that we're tasked with doing that. So this cost management area is all about the ability to estimate costs for all activities. The PM should have the ability to roll up the estimates into a final budget and should be confident in doing that, along with the team, of course. The PM should have the ability to track and control the budget throughout the life of the project. So it's a very lean process. First of all, in cost management, as usual, the first thing we do is we plan. We want to plan cost management. So we come out with a cost management plan. That cost management plan tells us how we are going to run all of the processes in cost management. It tells us how we're going to estimate costs, how we're going to determine the budget, how we're going to control the cost, and so on. The next process is known as estimate cost. This is where we estimate how much each activity will cost on the project. So we come out with these activity cost estimates. These activity cost estimates and also the basis of how you got those estimates, known as the basis of estimates. That information is going to be used to carry out the next process, known as determine budget. When we know how much each activity will cost, we simply roll those up into a final total. And we refer to that as a budget. There's a difference between estimating and budgeting. When we budget, we get that final roll-up in total and also periodically. We want to know how much budget is going to be used to run this project across the time periods, not just in total, but over the time periods. For example, every month, how much of that budget will be spent? Is it going to be $10,000 across all the months, or is it going to be $20,000 here, $15,000 here, $30,000 here? You know, management needs to know the budget breakdown, and that's what this is all about. And then finally, controlling cost, which answers the question of how do you ensure that people aren't abusing the budget? How do you make sure people aren't spending all the money on lunch and parties? How do you make sure that the money is really being spent on the work as estimated? It's in controlling cost. And that's the job of the project manager, to ensure that the budget is being spent the right way. The right amount is being spent at the right time on the right work and so on. And that pretty much is cost management. It's all about coming out with your budget and sticking to it, okay? So that concludes our review of cost management. When we come back, we'll take a look at quality management.